welcome to another episode of It's the Audacity for Me from These Can't Be My Kids. Today we're going to unpack the kind of workplace drama that HR can't fix and therapy cannot explain.
Did they fight at work or something?
Oh, girl.
Because that's usually when HR can't fix it, is when there's a fight. People just automatically get fired.
There's certain things that HR can't fix. I know people think like we the magic makers, but no, there's some things that HR just cannot do.
Well, y'all, today's segment, Audacity in the Office, because nothing screams, I'm here for the title and not the task, like a supervisor who can't lead a paperclip into a drawer, but somehow has the audacity to give somebody a PIP.
You said a paperclip
PIP.
Into the drawer. Like, it's as simple as...
No, she couldn't do that. She couldn't do that.
It's like,
but
what?
you can't even put a paper, you can't lead a paper clip into a drawer, but you found your way of being able to write up an actual PIP.
Whole PIP.
A whole PIP.
Girl, he got the job and the buzzwords, but not a single clue about what his team is doing. At all.
That's terrible. You don't even know what your team doing.
Absolutely
So what you doing? If you don't know what your team doing, what you doing?
Listen. So this is from somebody that I know personally. Like, this is somebody who actually called me up to talk about their situation. And so,
of course they did, because they think HR can fix things.
Well, because they think HR can fix everything. So, here's what happened. Joanne, and I'm calling her Joanne because I don't want to put her on blast because she obviously a follower and she's, a friend.
And you can't be having HR problems in HR.
Correct. She is juggling deadlines for projects that are due. She's mentoring all the new hires that come on board. She is like keeping this department afloat. Like, they got vacancies. She's just doing it all.
Oh, okay.
She's like covering everything. But this supervisor, we're going to call him Ant. He is updating his LinkedIn profile all day and then forwarding Joanne all them emails that he didn't actually read.
He got the wrong name, Ant, because ants actually are worker bees. Well, they work together as a team. He got the wrong name.
Not this Ant. This Ant don't do anything. He literally, Joanne said he don't know anything in Excel, that she feel like he hasn't touched a spreadsheet since COVID.
Wait, hold on. Who hired him?
So he was there when Joanne got there.
Oh,
so she don't really know. She kind of got grandfathered into this position, in a sense. I mean, she applied for the position and got the position, but he was the boss when she got there.
Yeah, got it.
So he was there, and he just, I don't know. I guess he just walk around thinking he'd do everything, but somehow he found the time to put Joanne on a PIP. Like a performance improvement plan, for those of y'all who may not know what PIP is.
He want her to improve her performance.
He want her to improve her performance. And he gave her goals. He was like, hey, I need you to increase your visibility. I need you to demonstrate ownership.
But if Joanne is already there and she holding the daggone place up afloat, she probably like my manager, because you know what, I'll be in a room and I'll be hearing my phone go off and I'm looking and she like sending emails at 10:30 at night. Girl, go to bed.
Like, what are you doing?
Why are you working? That's probably how Joanne was.
That's what Joanne is doing, because she got to make sure everything is getting done. She works 7 days a week, literally. Like, literally. Remember when we talked about on Tuesday that what's her name, who works 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts? Yeah, Joanne wasn't asking for that. She ain't putting no kids through college.
So basically, Ant, who got the wrong name because he really don't do ant stuff, he probably, you know what, he probably went in there and finagled that interview. That's why they hired him. Because there's no way.
I mean, he could have been, I think sometimes too, right? Maybe he was doing what he was supposed to. Maybe when he got hired, and this is the HR in me, y'all, so already.
And HR can't fix nothing.
Maybe he started off doing a good job, but then he got this employee, Joanne, who was kind of an overachiever, who then decided she was going to kind of pick up the slack. So then Ant was basically like, let me lean back.
Joanne, don't be no overachiever. Don't pay, girl.
Girl, it don't.
You getting worked
but
over. No,
Joanne told me like he don't do anything. She was like, he basically...
Well, how long is your LinkedIn profile that you got to be updating it all day?
I'm sure she was like that. She see him on LinkedIn all the time because he be posting throughout the day on LinkedIn.
Oh, like he on Facebook posting.
Correct.
Oh.
She says she's not his Facebook friend, so I don't know if he probably be on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. He probably all over.
You know, I first of all, sorry y'all. I think people who post on LinkedIn should be friggin' news anchors because they just be. You do that same thing. I know.
Excuse me.
And you be posting these news articles and the 10 best ways. I'll be like, oh my God.
I post on LinkedIn and I write my own articles. Thank you kindly.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all should be news anchors because that's just like for real.
First of all, LinkedIn is important. So, news tip from HR professional: make sure your LinkedIn is updated and current because that will help you get employment.
Well, it ain't helping Aunt.
Well, Aunt already got a job. Joanne, the one that's on the PIP.
Okay, all right, let's go back. So, Aunt put Joanne on the PIP for what reason?
He said that she needed to increase her visibility.
Where?
In the office.
How, Sway?
And demonstrate more ownership over the projects.
How does he know whether Joanne is...
Girl.
So who was clocking Aunt? Anybody?
It don't seem like it. I mean, Aunt has a boss, but apparently if his boss let him put Joanne on a PIP, she obviously don't know what's really happening.
I would love to know what that conversation that Aunt had with his boss to say, I'm about to put this girl on a PIP. And how long is a PIP? I was on a PIP.
You were on a PIP before.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm off.
So Joanne's PIP is for 6 months.
Really?
For 6 months. So for 6 months, Aunt said that she has to make sure she's in the office every day, 5 days a week.
She in there 7.
So there's no remote working day. Well, she works 7 days, but she go home on the weekends and work from home. So basically, he said that she has to be in the office 5 days a week, no remote days. So he has remote days. He's not in the office every day.
They did that to me in my PIP too. Well, they told me that I had a specific day off instead of working. I had an AWS day, alternative work day. Mm-hmm. And they snatched that joke away from me like they was like, your punishment is you have to work Monday through Friday.
So let me ask you, like, for your PIP, when you got your PIP, did you feel like your PIP was warranted? Like, do you think that you deserved the PIP?
Not when I first got it. I was like, the hell no. I was like, no.
Like, did you think you were really meeting the expectations of your job?
If I'm going to be honest about this.
Yes, please be honest with us, Karen.
I did not. First of all, I was already not feeling this lady. So it was the audacity of her placing me on a PIP that I didn't stop to think about whether I warranted. I was just like, no, she didn't. It wasn't until afterwards that I realized that, yeah, Karen, you were like going through some psychological thing here. So, after a while, I kind of realized that for me, I did deserve that PIP because I was taking that lady through some hell.
And so I think it's different. Like when we know that we're messing up in the workplace, right? Like if we know that if we get a PIP and we like, you know what, I'm going to eat this because I know I've been slacking, right? I know that I was like not showing up on time like I was supposed to. I know that this project I was real lackluster about. That's one thing. But what we talking about for this Audacity story is that Joanne is really busting her hump. Joanne owns everything. Like she literally is carrying this office, right?
So then I don't understand, right? Because if she's carrying the office and it allows him to not do anything but to be clocking her, why put her on a PIP? Because then when you put her on a PIP, you put her in jeopardy of being fired, which means if she's fired, now you got to pick up the slack. Girl, the work that you ain't doing.
I don't know why he put her on the PIP. Like it was so. Did you hear what the PIP was about? Increase visibility and take ownership. Like she owns everything.
Yeah, except
him and his leadership. But
I just want to tell you, my confusion is the audacity for me because I'm confused. Like, why in the world would you, like, I could have seen, like, pulling her to the side and having a conversation with her and making her feel some kind of way, but to literally put her on a PIP that could put her in jeopardy, that may make you pick up the slack that you obviously are not doing. It just sounds ridiculous.
That Joanne ain't going nowhere. He probably like, where's she gonna go?
Not for the next 6 months anyway.
Well, listen, it's always, but I will tell you, it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon for supervisors to actually say something is wrong with an employee when it's really not the employee. It's really the supervisor's lack of leadership.
Oh, yeah, because I said that about mine. I was like, even though I deserve to be on a PIP, I was just like, her lack of leadership should have known that something was a little off with me. She should have been like, Karen, are you okay? Do you need to take some time off or something? That's what I was like. You a leader. You should know better.
Girl.
Don't y'all like have these conversations with y'all leaders?
And of course, keep in mind, this story coming from Joanne. And I ain't trying to say Joanne is not being truthful, but maybe Joanne was doing a Karen. Maybe Joanne was... Maybe Joanne is, although she's owning all the work and she's training everybody and working 7 days a week, maybe she's at burnout. Maybe she's doing some things lackluster. Maybe she's not really meeting the standards of the job. Like, just because we do the work don't mean we doing the work to the best of our ability, right? So she getting the task done, but is she really providing the task in the best capability that she can? So maybe that's why he put on a PIP. Maybe he's saying, Aunt is like, hey, I need you to really do your best, not just do it.
He the one to show up.
We ain't Nike.
He the one to show up at the fire late and then be asking all these daggone questions, knowing he was supposed to be there.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. And you could be right? Because Joanne, she the one, because I know when I got my PIP, I called you with that same thought in my mind. You work for HR. Tell me that I'm right in this matter. Okay, because I am. So maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe that's why Joanne, and maybe she was. Because I was showing up and I was doing my job. I just I was not doing it to the best of my ability. In any moment I could find a break, a pause, a comma,
right.
I was taking it.
You was taking it, right. So, and you know what? Neither Joanne nor Aunt have? Like, no receipts. They don't have no documentation, no proof. I mean, outside of the PIP.
Oh, I was about to say, Aunt got receipts. He got a PIP.
Aunt wrote the PIP. But the PIP is still vague. It says stuff like, take ownership, be more visible. And then he took away the work from home days. It's like, you can't, that just means you see me. That don't mean that I'm doing more work while I'm sitting there.
Girl, couldn't be my boss because she had all my stuff written out. She was not only did she have my stuff written out, she had screenshots.
She was like, right here, you
she
did
was
not
like,
respond. Right here, you
because one of the things was, logging in and out. And she was like, Karen, you obviously have a problem logging in and out. No, I don't. I log in. And she had literal screenshots.
Well, maybe, I think too, right, when we looking at this, because like Joanne said that Aunt keeps sending her all of his work. So maybe this is the thing, right? Aunt is saying Joanne might be doing her work and she's trying to hold down the fort and do everybody else's, but maybe the thing she's not doing is the stuff that he's sending that he's supposed to do that he's not doing. So now he putting her on a PIP for not performing the responsibilities that he's supposed to perform.
It's the audacity for me. Because how dare you?
So he basically is saying, I want you to make sure you do all the work because I don't want to have to do it myself. And so, I mean, on one hand, he either going to keep Joanne and Joanne going to work harder, or he going to lose, to your point, lose Joanne, and then he going to have to do it all together.
So HR, that can't fix anything. Yes. Or not everything. So in this case, what would be your advice to Joanne? What did you say to Joanne, rather?
I told her, let me look at her resume. I did a resume review for her.
I thought you was going to say, let me look at your PIP.
No, absolutely not. If she not happy, if she feel like she doing the job appropriately and your boss is putting you on a PIP, not just saying or having a conversation with you, not just coming to you saying, you know what, on this project you had some shortcomings, but your boss is putting you on a PIP and you are saying that you're doing it to the best of your ability, then you need to go someplace else. So,
okay.
yeah, it was a resume review. I was like, I'll review your resume, and from what I know of your work, I'll write your reference letter.
So if these people worked at your company, would you, and she got a PIP, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, whatever, what would you say to Aunt?
So there's some processes. So before the PIP can even be issued, like, you need to talk to HR. So, and I don't know if he did that at their company. I don't know if he talked to HR, and if his HR was down with this, then I don't know how. Right? Again, it's a short story. So at my company, if you want to put somebody on a PIP, then you need to talk to HR about what they're missing. And then HR is going to not just look at Karen. I'm not going to just be like, oh, well, what did Karen do wrong? I'm going to be like, so Karen has the same job as 5 other people. What are they doing? How are those 5 other people working? Like, we're not just focusing on one person. We're going to look at everybody's productivity. Because if Karen and Susie and Joanne are doing the same thing, missing clock outs and doing whatever, then either all of them need to be addressed, or the supervisor isn't training people properly to do what they need to do.
Got it.
So we got to take that time to make sure that before the PIP is even issued, that it's truly warranted. And so that's why I said, like, Joanne is like, he didn't really tell her what she was doing wrong. He said, take ownership. And she's like, of your emails, of your leadership, of your what? Right? Like, what am I taking ownership of? And then be more visible. And I get it. Like, today, a lot of companies are trying to go back to the office. Like, a lot of companies are doing that. It's not something that is new. And so a lot of people just want their people in the office every day. The whole remote work is like, it's there for some companies, but other companies are not for it. And so he's like, I need you back in the office. And instead of putting me on a PIP, you could have just said,
I need you back in the office.
I need you back in the office. Right. Like, you didn't have to do this whole, oh, well, now because your work is failing or you have shortcomings, I need you to come back to the office. Now it's a punishment instead of just being honest.
Exactly. Right. That in itself is an audacity. But if we would, first of all, Joanne, girl, get your resume and get it reviewed and go somewhere where you are happy and appreciate it. 100%. But if y'all know how we do, we always break down the audacity moments in the story. So if I was to just go back to the story and think about the moments, he was doing a lot of delegating and he wasn't taking accountability for anything.
Correct. As a supervisor, it sounds like he was forwarding her all the work. He's giving her everything to do. He basically was just like, it's all on you, but no accountability, no self-accountability, which, that's normal. I mean,
and then you got the audacity to say, be more visible while you being more invisible.
Yeah, he don't come to the office at all.
That right there by itself, y'all.
That's the other thing, and that's like, you be like, how as a supervisor, if you, and not like you have to see somebody, but you're not even there to see what's going on.
That's why I'm trying to figure out how that even got in the PIP.
It's the audacity for me that he even wrote the PIP.
Yeah.
Right? I want to know when he's visible and taking ownership, because he passing the buck. You say he delegating, so he not taking no ownership.
Nope.
He ain't in the office.
And he ain't being an ant.
He not being a worker bee. He just everywhere except that. At least your boss did a good job of giving you your PIP that you don't know if you still on or not.
I'm going to have to ask her that tomorrow.
You basically at least came to terms with, I knew I was like not doing what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, I knew. I was very emotional too. So I knew and you know what was so crazy? A flip side of that was, because Joanne got there. She got there and he was already there. Mm-hmm. I was already here and she was new.
Oh, so it was even worse. You was like, she don't even know the job. How's she putting me on a PIP?
I was like, no, she didn't.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Listen, I couldn't even stand this lady voice. Every time she would send me a message in Teams and say, can I talk to you? And I would have the most stank face. And I'll be like, oh my God. And then she would talk to me and I'll just be like, yeah.
Yeah.
And she would say, Karen, that is not professional. Where? text you. But I found
there's
out.
always somebody like that in the workplace.
But you know what? Again, it turned out to be okay. Again, I'm a call.
But you had to take accountability.
Yeah.
What Ant is not doing. You took ownership, which Ant does not do.
Told you he not being an ant.
You had to be more visible, which Ant does not do. Now, Joanne, if you not doing those things, then you need to do them. You know, I'm your girl. We good. But at the end of the day, you know, you have to also kind of look inside and determine. But if the story is the way you tell it, it's the audacity for me that the supervisor who ain't doing no work trying to put somebody on the PIP for not doing no work.
Yeah.
And that happens.
A lot.
More than it should. More than it should. So.
Well, Joanne, thank you for calling. Thank you for reminding me I need to go see if I'm still on a PIP.
Next episode, we're gonna make sure to put a special shout out to Karen if she's off her PIP. Okay, we're gonna be like, yay, celebratory. All right.
Yes,
we're gonna try that.
Yes, but as usual,
thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of It's the Audacity for Me, and we will see y'all on Tuesday.
For a new episode
of
These Can't Be My Kids. But if you got your own Audacity story, please send it in to us. We might just feature it in our next segment. Listen, we are on Apple Podcasts, we on Spotify, we on TikTok, Instagram. You can even get on Facebook, YouTube. You don't even got to send us an email.
Yep.
You could just put in the comments, I have a story. Get in contact with me and let us know how to do that. And we will share your Audacity story. And it could be anything from getting the PIP to whatever is going on. You can definitely let us know. And if it makes us go, it's the audacity for me.
Y'all, did y'all see that video we posted with those kids?
Girl, I can't.
If you haven't seen it yet, please go look on the timeline because it's the audacity. It was 3 of them. Mm-hmm. And when you see the video, you will understand.
It's terrible. But anyway.
But there you go.
See y'all on Tuesday.
next time.